See the testimony of Attorney General Barr before this committee. At one point in his deposition,
Switch to back camera. Shutter.
Why he authorized the Department of Justice to investigate fraud in the 2020 election at all. Why not just follow the regular course of action and let the investigation January 6th? Here's what he said.
Switch to back camera. Button. Shutter. Button.
No responsibility to do is to be in a position to have the
It's ready, y'all.
much fraud correctly.
Less than a minute left.
Put myself in a position where I could sit but this didn't think that was really important to prevent things forward. And I sort of shut everything in the situation and been forgiven the position of the
Y'all ready? I'm ready.
Office. I'm not sure we would have had a transition.
I want to thank each of our witnesses before us today for your role in addressing and rebutting the false allegations of fraud at the January 6th. And thank you for standing up for the Constitution and for the rule of law. Of course, not all public officials behaved in the honorable way our witnesses did. The close
Switch
of
to back.
today's hearing,
Shutter. Button.
we will see video testimony by 3 members of Donald Trump's White House staff. They will identify certain of the members of Congress contacted the White House
Broadcaster.
after January 6th, seeking
Turn down live.
potential pardon
Unmute your
for their conduct.
Mute your live audio.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Broadcaster.
What's up?
Broadcaster. Out of list.
Without objection, the chair recognizes the gentleman from Illinois. This case for his opening statement. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Mr. Justice for being here.
Yeah, we're gonna
I'd like
get
to
this
start
thing
with personal
going.
stories.
We got something funny. We're gonna talk to me today.
Broadcaster. Hang on. We're telling more followers. Add a comment. Edit box. Out of list. Hang on. We're telling more followers to join your video. Hit list.
Motivation to ensure freedom and democracy.
Let's see what he's doing now.
I remember making a commitment out loud a few times. My heart was beating. And if we are going to ask,
What's happening, y'all?
it's our country. Once again, is willing to sacrifice our political careers
Do that.
and integrity and our own careers. After all, the job is nothing.
Mhm.
Life. Think of the power in the face of a president that can easily be forgotten.
What's happening?
They will focus on a few officials who stood firm against President Trump. When the president tried to misuse the department and install the loyalists at his helm, brave officials threatened to resign. They were willing to sacrifice their careers for the good of our country. The Department of Justice is unique in the executive. The president oversees the Department of Justice, yet the president's personal partisan interests what this action cannot and must not use them to serve personal interests. Must not use his to do his work, especially when what he wants them to do is to subvert democracy. The president preferred justice. Justice was that is critical to self-government. In this area, you'll hear time again about the president's request to investigate claims of widespread fraud. Our producer, Mr. Rogers, stood firm in the case of very political officials because they and showed the Constitution not the president. The president and his allies
704.
will challenge the electoral be a last-ditch scheme to prevent Congress from winning, thus throwing in the constitutional chaos.
Wrong with those comments.
Doubt in the legitimacy of members of Congress to take action. The department is credibility of conspiracy.
Now we hear y'all.
President Trump
So what's going on?
The Department of Justice.
y'all don't want to talk, don't mind me, because I ain't doing nothing but listening to what y'all probably
Dashboard
already
artist join.
heard.
Broadcaster.
If y'all
Navigation bar. Recent. Instagram. Broadcaster.
just saying.
Add a comment. Edit box. Dashboard artist joined. You wave the dashboard artist. In list.
What's up, Ash? Yeah.
7:05.
Like I'm here. It's a wonderful Thursday. Been having a nice day so far. Nice and quiet, peaceful. In my own little mind, in my own little space, able to think, get some things out. Aside from the fact I was semi-busy today too. On top of that. So with all of that being said, man, it's just been pretty productive, positive. So it's all peaceful one because I don't ever get into no crazy shit. So just saying, I'm one of those people. I like to have a nice day. There. Now, why did you go to that one instead of that other one there? That's weird. Let's stop that for now, right now. Because I want to talk to you guys. Okay, my bad. I turned it on, but I turned on the other one.
Jeff Sessions spoke as one about the independence. Point of about the president's political
Stop the music.
hating its actions or dictating how he uses its authorities.
Yeah.
Trump did find one
So I'm chilling today. Enjoying the day. Not having too much of shit going on other than what I'm doing.
Like to advise viewers, this video contains
And
when he finished discussing what he planned on doing, I said, good. Sorry, you have congratulations. Just a minute. First step for acting Attorney General would be committing felony and violating Rule 6A. You're clearly the weekend. So who's Jeff Clark? An environmental lawyer, no experience relevant to leading the entire Department of Justice. What was his only qualification? And he would do whatever the president wanted him to do, including overthrow a free and fair democratic election. President Trump's campaign to bend the Justice Department to his political will.
so what's been up, man? What's going on with y'all today, man? I got a whole lot of stuff to tell y'all about stuff, man. I don't know, like it's not a lot, but really I'm just saying, like it's just the fact that we are moving in this direction. It's beautiful. Just want to let y'all know while we are just sitting here chilling and listening in and whatever you're doing and you're in this video feed with me, you know what I'm saying? Take in the fact that tonight, one of the special nights tonight, because it is episode 30, the big 3-0 for the homie Intel agent and the co-host DZ Marquise for Vibe Check on the Vibe Stream Network on Twitch. So y'all should go check him out at 11:30. They're going down tonight. I'm definitely gonna be tuned in. You might even catch a cameo appearance. But you know, just what it is. It's what we like to do here. Show love. And that's what it's about, showing love. And in the interim of that showing love, we do talk and have good conversation about real shit. You know, plus we give you good entertaining music. I don't discriminate on who we listen to. Although yesterday's episode kind of reflected a first time appearance of that. Because I'm usually letting everybody rock, but man, when I heard that beat and I realized that it was the track that I had already done a song to, And you guys heard that track. And then he decided to submit this song for review or just for, to be heard. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. I can't in good conscience allow this to happen without at least giving you the reason why I felt the way I did and I made the decision the way I did, which is why I did that. So you guys have seen, if you didn't see yesterday's episode, tune in to the reel I posted on my page for the Peasy Show on IG. That is the Peasy.show on IG. All right, y'all check in with this. Like, that post was crazy. I let it be known, listen, this is not what we do here. No, I just don't think that this is the way at all. And the proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding. That's just it. But tell me something. What's going on with you? What's happening with y'all? And where y'all coming from? What's going on? What y'all want to talk about today? Is there anything on your mind that's got you wanting to say something? Got something on your mind that you want to say? Let me know something. While you're at it, please share the stream.
Broadcaster out of list. Hang on. We're telling more followers to join your video. Dashboard artist joined you. Wave the dash. Add a comment. Dashboard artist joined you. Wave the dashboard artist.
Share it live. Share it live so we can all enjoy this conversation together as a whole. But I personally am paying attention to this particular conversation going on around the January 6th hearings. Not to kind of throw a political conversation in the air, but I've been paying attention. The reason why I've been paying attention is because I'm really waiting to get to the end results to see what they're going to do following all this evidence and information and witnesses and all of this stuff that they're going to be disclosing is going to do to the former president or against the former president. Because I feel like if this does not do anything, if all of this is for just the fact of us seeing it and then seeing no real repercussions for it, no real held accountabilities to the law given for something of this type of violation. You know what I'm saying? Like, this has to be something that goes way beyond that that whole thing, man. Like, I really feel like this really is the point in our life in this country where we start to really see if the governing country that we live under in the US of A is taking the idea of allowing us to believe that a president can do this kind of stuff and be officially allowed to do that and get off and everything be completely in disarray to them. I just don't understand. I get the reason for these hearings. I get the reason for the disclosure of all of this information that they've discovered. I do believe also that we need more accountability behind this. I mean, with all of this information, right? Like I said, once we get past the discovery package, And we actually see what else the committee is going to be in action of doing publicly for us to see. Because I want to see the whole clan of fucking people involved be handled just as severely as the ones that were handled at the scene of the crime on January 6th. Because we're talking about a lot of things that's going down right now. You know what I mean? We're talking about the fact that one man with an entourage of assistances with high-ranking positions in government were involved in allowing something atrocious like a not even just like a coup, but the fact that they were trying to overthrow the decision of our votes. That is probably the one thing I feel like if they don't do something to show their strength, to support the fact that these people have tried to violate our rights as citizens of this country, to be allowed the freedom to vote and choose the persons who we want to select, including the president himself, then there's really no limit to what can happen, you know. And this really proves a huge point behind this whole sector of people saying things like the elections are rigged anyway. I mean, seriously, we just want to make all of this come to a head, man, because I'm feeling like that's really what is that's what I'm waiting to see. I want to see if, you know, we see criminal actions being brought up if necessary, and the fact that if it comes down to the president himself, the former president himself, being brought up on criminal charges and criminally charged, I mean, it just shows that we are taking the honest steps to correcting an error that has affected this country in many ways in just a short period of time. But it also debunks a large range of commentary that has been often batted at these same situations in reference to this particular person in this case. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, I just really feel like if they don't crack it and they don't make it and they don't make this shit count for something, then the government that we, as we know it, may have a fucking huge problem coming up. I mean, because it's going to be a situation of the people against the government themselves, which they don't believe. You know, we already have people who don't believe in our government. We have problems with, we know we have problems with our government, you know, and we sit back and we constantly bite our tongues and hold our breaths behind certain things that we see them trying to quote unquote implement as ways of showing us that they are concerned with our concerns. But in the same sense, when there is one hand showing you the treat and another hand holding the fucking stick to whack you with it after you reach out for it, why the fuck are we gonna reach out for the treat? Let's just be real here. Mm.
In this meeting with the president, What did he want to discuss? There were a number of topics of discussion that day, Mr. Chairman. Much of the conversation focused on more than a recent release relating to Antrim County, really on December 13th. Organization called the Allied Security Group issued a report that alleged that the county had a 68% error rate. The report was widely covered in the media. We were aware of it. We obtained a copy of it on the 14th of December, the day prior, circulated to the U.S. Attorney's Commission. And had a number of discussions internally. The conversation with the president on that day, the 15th, was largely focused on that. And he was essentially saying, "I received this report." He was adamant it must be accurate that the election was effective, and he won the election, and the department should be using that report to basically tell the American people that the results were not trustworthy. He went on to other theories as well, but the bulk of that conversation was being focused on Michigan.
Wow.
We know that Attorney General Barr announced.
Add a comment. Edit. Dashboard artist join. Navigate. Instagram. Add a comment. Broadcaster. Add a comment. Add a comment. Edit.
Outcome election. So from December 1st, 2020 until today, as you sit and top line, five C8 503 chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
We're coming about to that time. I think I got about a little bit left. You know, if I can take a little bit. Take a little bit. Not a lot. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl. Just a little bit. We got him. We got him.
President Trump started leaning on the Justice Department the first chance he got. On November 29th, his first television interview after the election.
Where is the DOJ and the FBI in all of this, President? You have laid out some serious charges here. Shouldn't this be something that the FBI is investigating? Are they? Is the DOJ investigating?
Michigan action. Can't tell you where they are. Republican congressman echoed the president just 2 days later. They wrote a letter to Attorney General Barr, laying into the Justice Department for a quote, shocking act of action in investigating the claims of election fraud. That same day, Attorney General Barr stated publicly that President Trump's claims had no merit.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what y'all doing, man, but I'm basically just sitting here listening to this case. This is day 5.
And Barr will deserve a big notation in history when it's written of the rise and fall of the United States. If they don't clean up this mess, clean up the fraud, do your jobs, and save this little experiment self-government. Again, I join my colleagues in calling on Attorney General Barr to immediately let us know what he's doing. We're already working on a challenging certified level. And now look at the court. How pathetic are the
724.
I'm joining with the fighters in the Congress, and we are going to object to electors of states that did run free elections. Democracy is left undefended if we accept the result of a stolen election without fighting with every bit of vigor we can muster. The ultimate date of significance is January 6th. This is how the process works. The ultimate arbiter here, the ultimate check and balance is the United States Congress. And when something is done in an unconstitutional fashion, which happened in several of these states, we have a duty to step forward and have this debate and have this vote on the 6th of January. Today is the day American patriots start taking down names and kicking ass. You nodded you on December 27th.
Oh my gosh. I didn't see it. I didn't hear all of that shit.
He raised false claim after false claim of you and Mr. Wilson. How did you respond to what you called a stream of allegations? The December 27th conversation was, in my mind, an escalation of further conversations as Randy and you indicated for communications that preceded that. As we got later in the month of December, the president's injury to keep the budget became more adamant with the job to step up the job. And he had this personal allegations that he wanted to rely on. And so I felt in that conversation that was incumbent on me, making very clear to the president what our investigations had concluded, and that we had concluded based on actual investigations, actual witnesses, actual documents, and these allegations simply had no merit.
726.
Noise, because it was clear to us that there were a lot of people whispering in his ear, meeting at these conspiracy allegations. I felt that being very blunt in that conversation might help make it clear to the president these allegations were so true. So as he went through them, and what for me was a 90-minute conversation or so, or back in AG was a 2-hour conversation. As the president went through them, I went, but he used to say, no, it's false. That is not true. To correct him, really in serial fashion. Give me an example. One or two of those things. So one that was very clear at that point was the Andrew County police that I mentioned earlier. Alex, the operations group, released this report that said 68% murder rate. There was, in fact, an Andrew County and County, and nothing to do with the department.
727.
Litigation brought by other parties, but there was an Henry count, so they were able to compare the Henry count machines. And for the ballots that were actually counted by the machine, 2,000, there was one error. And I did the calculation, came up with 0.006 meters, which is well within tolerance. So I made very clear to the president, because he was so fixated on the inside of the December 15th conversation, that in fact, our investigation revealed that the error rate was 0.0063%. So that was the president's example. People tell me it's not true. And you cannot, should not be lying. So that was one very explicit one. And you see that when you find those. Went through a series of others. The truck driver claimed to have moved the entire truck trailer ballots from New York to Pennsylvania. That was also
728.
The investigation with the FBI says the front end and the back end of that trailers transit from New York to Pennsylvania. We looked at loading manifest, we interviewed witnesses, of course, the driver, and we knew it wasn't true. Whether the driver believed it or not, but it's just not. That was another one that I tried to educate the president on. There were a series of others, mostly in swing states, of course. I want to talk a great deal about Georgia, Steve Farm, arena video, chief for various reasons. Because, as he said, fraud staring you right. Were any of the allegations he brought up? No. So during this conversation, did you take handwritten notes directly to the president? I did, to make it clear. Attorney General Rose called me on my government cell phone, sitting on the phone.
729.
The president had a lot of these allegations. I was reversed what the department had done just because I had closer contact with the investigations. The AG asked me to call, which I agreed. And I began taking notes only because at the outset the president made an allegation I had not heard many of these things that you may have investigated. But when the president, at least when I came to the conversation and speaking, brought up an allegation I was completely aware of. And of course I concerned. So I simply reached out for him to notepad on my wife's nightstand and a pen, and I started jotting it down. That had to do with an allegation. More than 200,000 votes were certified in the state of Pennsylvania, not actually cast. Sometimes the president would say it was 205, sometimes he would say it was 250. I'm not heard this before, and I wanted to get the allegation down clearly so that we could look into the different
7:30.
why I started taking those notes, and then as the conversation just continued. Let's take a look at the notes if we could right now. As we can see on the screen, you actually quote President Trump asking, "Where's DOJ?" Just like we heard him say in his first television interview. How did you respond to that? So both the AG and I tried to explain to the president on this occasion and on several other occasions that the Justice Department has a very important, very specific, very limited role in elections. States run. We are not quality control states. We are obviously interested in and have a mission that relates to criminal conduct, relation to federal elections. We also have related civil rights responsibilities. We do have an important role. But the bottom line was that the state
7:31.
in their election in such a way that it's effective. That is to the state or Congress to correct. It's not the Justice Department to step in. And I certainly understood the president as a layman, not understanding why the Justice Department didn't have at least a civil role to step in and bring suit on behalf of the American people. Tried to explain that to the American people, not constitute client of the United States Justice. One and only client of the United States Justice Department is the United States government. The United States government does not have standing, as we were told by our internal teams, as well as Steve Engel, as well as the Office of Solicitor General, researched it and gave us thorough, clear opinions that we simply did not have standing to try to explain that president on numerous occasions. Let's take a look at another one of the notes. You also noted that
7:32.
Mr. Trump, quote, DOJ can't and won't snap its fingers, change the outcome of the election. How did the president respond to this? He responded very quickly and said, essentially, that's not what I'm asking you to do. What I'm just asking you to do is just say it was corrupt and leave the rest to me. So let's now put up the notes where you quote the president. As you're speaking to that, he said, the president said, just say the election was corrupt and leave the rest to me and the Republican congressman. So, Mr. Donahue, that's a direct quote from President Trump, correct? That's the exact quote from the president. Yes. The next note shows that even that the president kept pressing, even though he'd been told that there was no evidence of fraud, the president keeps saying the department was, quote, obligated to tell people this was an illegal, corrupt election.
7:33.
Also the exact word. Yes. Just clear, did the department find any evidence to conclude that there was anything illegal or corrupt about the 2020 election? There were isolated instances of fraud. None of them came close, calling into question the outcome of the election in any individual state. And how would you describe the president's demeanor during that call? He was more agitated than he was on December 15th. The president, throughout all of these meetings and telephone conversations, adamant he wanted to move. But it didn't escalate over time until ultimately January 3rd, which was the most extreme conversations. So I want to make sure we don't gloss this over. Just say it was corrupt and leave the rest to us. The president wanted the top Justice Department
7:34.
declare that the election was corrupt, even though, as he knew, there was absolutely no evidence to support that statement. The president didn't care about actually investigating the facts. He just wanted the Department of Justice to put its stamp of approval on the lies. Who's going to help him? Jeff Clark. Mr. Rosen, on Christmas Eve, the first official day as the acting attorney general, President Trump called you. What did he want to talk about?
The same things he was talking about publicly
wanted to talk about the election had been stolen or corrupt. There's widespread fraud. I had told him that our reviews had not shown that to be the case. So, yeah, an extended discussion, probably 15, maybe 20 minutes, something like that. With him,
7:35.
President should doing more with regard to election. You mentioned Jeff Larson. Yes. It was just in passing. It, what I regarded as a peculiar reference. I don't remember the exact quote. Something about, did I know Jeff Clark or did I know who he was or something like that. I told him I did. And the conversation just moved on. When I hung up, I was quizzical. The president didn't know Mr. Clark. I was not aware that they had ever met or that the president involved with the issues. So it was a bit of a surprise when he was saying, yes. So Mr. Clark was the acting head of the Civil Division and head of Environmental and Natural Resources Division of the Department of Justice. Do either of those divisions have any role whatsoever in investigating election fraud, sir?
Didn't think so. They don't sound like they do.
My awareness, Jeff Clark had no prior involvement in any kind with regard to work that the department was doing. The Attorney General Barr has talked about to this. So let's take a minute to explain why the president mentioned Jeff Clark's name to Mr. Rosen here on Christmas Eve. On December 21st, some Republican members of Congress met with President Trump in the White House to talk about overturning the 2020 election. Here, Representative Marjorie Taylor agreed to talk about how this meeting got set up.
I was the only new member at the meeting. I called President Trump on Saturday and said, we've got to have a meeting. There's many of us that feel like the election has been stolen.
On the screen, you'll see that President Trump's chief of staff, Mark Meadows, tweeted about that meeting right after it happened. He said, quote, several members of Congress just finished a meeting in the Oval Office with President Donald Trump.
7:37.
Mounting evidence of voter fraud, stay tuned. The same day he met with these Republican members of Congress, President Trump called into an assertive political conviction. He used the opportunity to pressure the Department of Justice to investigate his claims. Problem is, we need a party that's going to find out there's some great countries, men and women that are doing it, and we have others that are great fighters, but we won this in a landslide, they know it, and we need backing from, like, the Justice Department and other people have to finally step up. Subcommittee obtained records from the National Archives that showed that Scott Perry was one of the congressmen who joined that meeting. We learned from White House records that you'll now see on the screen that the very next day, Representative Perry returned to the White House. This time he brought a Justice Department official named
7:38.
Representative Perry provided the following statement to his local affiliate. He said, quote, throughout the past 4 years, I've worked with Assistant Attorney General Clark on various legislative matters. When President Trump asked if I would make an introduction, I obliged. But why Jeff Clark? Let's hear Mr. Giuliani explain the kind of person that he and the president wanted at the top of justice.
Remember ever recommending to anybody that Mr. Clark, meaning Jeffrey Clark at DOJ, be given election-related responsibilities? You mean beyond the president? Correct. Beyond the president, I do recall saying to people that somebody should be put in charge of the Justice Department who isn't frightened of what's going to be done to their reputation. Just what the skill will be.
You should put somebody that's not waiting for what's going to be done to their reputation. Mr. Dunn, when you told the president that you wouldn't pursue baseless claims of fraud, Is it because you were worried about your reputation? No. Mr. Clark's date was also mentioned in the White House in late December and early January as described by a top aide to Mark Meadows, Cassidy Hutchinson. Mr. Rosen, after the call with President Trump on December 24th, you spoke with Mr. Clark on December 26th about his contact with the president. Can you tell us about that conversation? Yes. Because I was quizzical about why his name had come up, I called him and I tried to explore if he would share if there was something I ought to know. After some back and forth, he acknowledged that shortly before Christmas, he had gone to a meeting. He was with the president. That, of course, surprised me. And I asked him how did that happen. He was offensive. He said that he'd been unplanned. He had been talking to someone he referred to as General Perry, I believe he was Congressman. And then, unbeknownst to him, he was asked to go to a meeting and he didn't know it, but it turned out it
7:41.
Himself at the Oval Office. And he was apologetic for that. I said, well, if you didn't tell me about it, it wasn't authorized. Didn't even tell me after the fact.
Words.
Not appropriate. But he was contrite. He said it would not happen again. And that's the way. Could have contact. Yes. So across many administrations,
Just checking on y'all, man. What's up?
More button.
I ain't doing nothing over here, man. I'm just sitting here listening to
Broadcaster.
this damn shit, show.
Add a comment.
I
Edit
know what
box.
we do on Thursdays, man. It's
Hand waving
usually
wave
something
button.
to talk
Skip list.
about. But hey, if
Broadcaster.
you ain't got nothing to say,
Hang on.
it's
We're
all
telling more
good.
followers to
It's on
join your
you.
password. 500__ for dabs. Join you wave it. Add a comment.
For Daz, what's happening?
500__ for dabs. Join you wave it. Add a comment. Edit box. 500__ for dabs. Join you wave it. 500__ for dabs. In list.
Your perspective, why is it important to have a policy like the president's discussed?
Well, it's critical that the Department of Justice conducts its criminal investigations free from either the reality or any ignorance of political interference. So we'll get in trouble if people in the White House on the department, and that's why policies is to keep these communications as infrequent and at the highest level possible, just to make sure that people who are less careful about it don't really understand the implications, such as Mr. Clark. Don't run foul of those contacts.
Thank you. So this is
7:43.
an informal interview with the White House counsel, Hanson Boney, his deputy Pat Philbin, about their contact with Mr. Clark. Though neither has yet been reconsidered or transcribed videotape interviews. But Pat Cipollone, the select committee that he intervened when he heard Mr. Clark was meeting with the president about legal matters without his knowledge, which was strictly against White House policy. Mr. Cipollone and Mr. Philbin, like Mr. Rosen, told Mr. Clark to stand down, and he didn't. In the same day, acting Attorney General Rosen told Mr. Clark to stop talking to the White House. Representative Perry was urging Chief of Staff Mark Meadows to elevate Clark within the Department of Justice. You can now see on the screen behind me a series of texts between Representative Perry and Mr. Meadows. We show that Representative Perry requested that Mr. Clark be elevated to the department.
7:44.
Representative Perry tells Mr. Meadows on December 26th that, quote, Mark, just checking in as time continues to count down. 11 days to January 6th, 25 days to inauguration. We've got to get going. Representative Perry followed up and says, quote, Mark, you should call Jeff. I just got off the phone with him, and he explained to me why the principal deputy won't work, especially with the FBI. They will view it as not having the authority to enforce what needs to be done. Mr. Meadows responds with I got it. I think I understand. Let me work on the deputy position. Representative Perry then texts, Roger, just sent you something on Signal. Just sent you an updated file. Did you call Jeff Clark? Mr. Donahue, Representative Perry called you the next day, on December 27th. You told him to call. My understanding is the president.
7:45.
Already told him he was calling that. What did you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Pennsylvania in particular. He gave me some background about why he doesn't trust the FBI, or people don't necessarily trust the FBI. And then he went into some allegations specific to Pennsylvania, which included, amongst others, this allegation that the Secretary of State had certified this direction passed.
Did you direct the local U.S. Attorney's Office to investigate?
So Mr. Perry said that he had a great deal of investigations that did not forensic type report that would be helpful to me. And I didn't know Congressman Perry before this conversation, but I said, sir, if you've got something that you think is relevant to what Justice Department's mission is, you should.
7:46.
And he did. And I was in route from New York to Washington. I got it. I looked at it on my iPhone. I was like, the whole thing that transit like that. But I looked at it to get a feel for what it was, and then I forwarded it to the United States Attorney for the Western District of Pennsylvania.
Take it back to you. What did they?
Scott Brady looked at it to the Western District of Pennsylvania, U.S. Attorney. It took him a couple of days, but he got back relatively short order with a pretty clear explanation why there was no foundation for concern. The Secretary of State had not certified for votes that were actually cast. Difference between the 5.25 that was actually certified by the Secretary of State, 5 million that was on a public website, was that the information on the website was incomplete. Those 4 counties had not uploaded their data. So no credibility. There was 0.
During that call, did Scott?
7:47.
And what did he say about it? So
He did. You mentioned Mr. Clark. He said something to the fact that I think Jeff Clark is great, and I think he's the kind of guy who can maybe do something about this stuff. This was coming on the heels of the president having mentioned Mr. Clark in the afternoon call earlier in the day.
I'd like to yield to the gentlewoman from Wyoming, Vice Chair Jake.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ginsburg. Thank the gentleman for yielding. As we discussed earlier, at the center of Mr. Clark's plan to undo President Trump's election loss was a letter. Mr. Donahue, on December 28th, Mr. Clark emailed you and Mr. Rosen a draft letter that he wanted you to sign and send to Georgia state officials. You testified that this could have, quote, grave constitutional consequences. Mr. Donahue, can you tell us what you meant by that?
7:48.
Both email and the attached letter twice to make sure I really understood what he was proposing because it was so extreme to me.
Monique Sippo joined.
What's happening, Monique?
Hand broadcast. Monique Sippo joined. Broadcaster. Add a comment.
I had to sit down and sort of propose what I thought was a good response. I actually just showed it next door to the AG's office, but he was not there. Both on an email. And that probably a very similar reaction. It's not in his office, so I returned to my office and I sat down to draft a response because I thought it was very important to give a prompt response for protecting this kind of thing. In my response, I explained a number of reasons this is not the department's role to suggest or dictate to state legislatures how to choose electors. But more importantly, this was not based on fact. This was actually contrary to the facts as to
7:49.
investigations over the last several months. So I responded to that, and for the department to insert itself into the political process is what I think would have had great consequences for the country. It may very well have spiraled us into a constitutional crisis, and I wanted to make sure that he understood that the situation was really crucial.
And what was Mr. Clark's reaction when you sent this email?
He didn't respond directly to the email, but we met shortly after that. After I sent the email, got to get you returned. I went to his office. He had just read it. He had a similar reaction to me. He was exasperated, and he told me that he had told his administrative assistant and Jeff Clark up here wanted to talk to him face to face about this. And so the three of us had a meeting around 1800 that night in the Attorney General's office.
And one of the things that you said in the 750 quote, what you are doing is nothing less than the United States Justice Department meddling in the outcome of a presidential election. You conveyed that to him as well in your meeting that evening.
Yes, in those very words, it was a very contentious meeting. But yes, that was similar.
And despite this contentious meeting and your strong reaction to the letter, did Mr. Clark continue to push this concept in the coming days?
He did, yes.
DJ Slam Ram joined.
DJ Slam, what's up, bro?
He probably had more contact with him than I did. But between the 28th and 2nd, we had an in-person meeting. He clearly continued.
Hand waving wait. Broadcaster out of list. DJ Slam Ram.
And he got a briefing from NI about foreign intelligence interference.
751.
He thought perhaps once it was explained to him that there was no basis for that part of his concern, that he would retreat. But instead he doubled down and said, well, okay, so there's no foreign interference. I still think there are enough allegations now. We should go ahead and set this like shocked me. We should think for a couple of days looking at this. We would come to him.
When you learned that he had been calling witnesses and conducting investigations on his own, did you confront him?
Yes.
And what was his reaction?
Got very defensive. As I said, there were a series of conversations through that week. I certainly remember a very specific conversation at the meeting on January 2nd. That got even more confrontational, but he was defensive and similar to his earlier reaction when I said this is nothing less than Justice Department meddling.
752.
His reaction was, I think a lot of people know this election. So we kind of clung to that and spit out some of these theories, some of the president.
Just let y'all know, man. I think I should go check out some people before we get to the bottom of this hour here, because we've been just chilling, listening to this hearing. And while I still got a little bit of time left, I'm gonna let y'all know, man. Y'all should go check out my bros tonight, Intel Agent and DZ Marquise, for the Vibe Check episode 30 tonight at 11:30 on the Vibe Stream Network on Twitch. That's 11:30 on Vibe Stream Network on Twitch. All right, check him out. It's dope. It's gonna be a pretty much celebration of sorts. You know, y'all gonna get to chill. Y'all gonna get to get some good tunes, good combos, and good vibes all the way around. So there's that. And I definitely want y'all to check out before that, check in with my homegirls, the Gossiping Heifers, at 8 p.m. Central, which is 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, over here on YouTube, check them out. All right, I got a special episode supposed to be coming up. It's either today or it was either yesterday or today. But I'm almost certain if you follow them, you'll get notifications and turn that on and all that good stuff, so you guys know what to do when y'all get done doing it. You know what I mean? When y'all get in there and y'all see them though, check them out and y'all tap in with them. Make sure you leave them a comment, let them know the Blind MC showed you where to go to get to them. You know? That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Yeah, man. So we just been listening to this. We got a few more minutes left, about 6 more minutes left in the hour. And we just gonna sit here and jam to this raunchy ass hearing that we hope is gonna mean something in the end.
And working with Dr. Eastman to help pressure the vice president to overturn the election. I want to thank all of our witnesses for being here today and answering our questions about this letter and other issues. We asked Mr. Clark some of the same questions that we've asked you, and here's how he answered.
Did you discuss this draft letter to Georgia officials with the rest of the United States?
That executive privilege, again, just restate pretty much this topic.
Okay, if you look again at the draft letter, the first paragraph, second sentence says the department will update you as we are able
7:55.
progress, but at this time we have identified significant concerns that may have impacted the outcome of the election in multiple states, including the state of Georgia. Isn't that in fact contrary to what Attorney General Barr had said on December 1st, 2020?
Fifth.
Mr. Chairman, I did that.
Mr. Chairman, I was
That motherfucker said the fifth like it was just nobody's business.
Order the committee of today. Chair declares the committee recess for a period of approximately 10 minutes.
Fifth. It sound like goddamn Dave Chappelle for a minute there, bro. Yo, stop playing. Fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. Fifth. Yo, what the fuck? This nigga had that whole shit worked up. Oh my God. Yo, how many other people plead the fifth on this shit, bro? Like, I'm gonna add that up too. We're gonna have to do a tally vote on how many people pled the fifth in this hearing since this hearing started. You have to go back on that. I gotta see, man. I'm curious to know, like, how many people pled the fifth on these trials, because that shit is crazy. Like, it just made no sense. But you were so ready to go. You were so TTG, fam.
7:57.
That shit was crazy. Niggas are so TTG, fam.
the January 6th committee in a brief breakdown. We expect it to last about 10 minutes. This first portion of the hearing has run about 90 minutes in its entirety. Committee members today hearing from 3 former Justice Department officials, Jeffrey Rosa, former acting Attorney General, Richard Donahue, former acting Deputy Attorney General, and Stephen Engel, former Assistant Attorney
I want to thank
General
all my
of the
people
Office
for
of
joining me
General
today.
Counsel.
Everybody who tuned in and listened in, just to sit back and chill with me for a minute. I want to thank everybody who's going to be checking this out on the recap. I appreciate y'all for checking in with us, tuning in for the show. And if there's anybody that wants to talk later, y'all know what to do. Y'all can hit me. I always answer messages. Normally I do. If you got something you want to talk about, you have anything you want to put to the show, you want to bring to the show,
7:58.
I implore you, please join the Discord server. Tap in with the PZ Shows Discord server. All right. Once you click the link in my bio, the Linktree link in my bio, tap on the PZ Show Discord server link and accept the invitation to join and be a part of the server that I have created for our community here. All right. I appreciate all of you guys for being a part of this community that have started to grow. We're almost to 40 members right now. We're just growing, constantly keeping it up, and keeps constantly, slowly but surely adding on more and more people to the mold. And any of you guys can be a part of this server and make your suggestions, and we will use whatever suggestions or comments or statements made as references to our conversations that we have on the show. So with that being said, and with all things being done in this time, I do want to say again, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Don't forget to tune in with my folks that are tapping into you guys a little later on each of the networks I'll put out there for you guys. So much love to you and yours. I appreciate y'all for that. All right. Y'all just go ahead and do me that solid and show some love to my folks, man. Let them know y'all fucks with them. You know what I'm saying? Cause we about to get up out of here in a minute, man. Yeah, man. So that's what we doing right now. We just getting y'all together, man. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoy the day. Check us out tomorrow for Peasy's open mic Fridays, Freestyle Fridays. All right. Appreciate y'all for being a part of this show tonight, man. We love y'all. We out.